Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. I'm going to show you something that really made me happy a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to show you the StirlingKit mechanical steam powered UFO. Now this was filmed for the Patreons. I think it was it last week, the week before, something like that. And believe me, this is the first time something's gone right first time. That never happens to me. If you want to get this for yourself and you like what you see, I have put the link in the video description. You are going to absolutely love this. Check this out. It's a small little gadget. It is available through their store. And as you saw, it brings a big smile to my face. But I think I'm just going to get straight onto it. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Now this kit is available from StirlingKit and it's pretty easy to put together. As you can see here, there's not many parts at all. And as a matter of fact, I've laid all the parts out here that we're going to need. All the tools that we need are provided as well. So I don't have to source my Allen keys. We've got the Allen keys here. We're going to be putting this together. And then when we get to this stage here, we're going to be filling this up with water. So I've got water here. And then I'm going to be filling this little thing up with isopropyl alcohol, which I've put in here, which is 99.9%. And then I'm going to set fire to it, make a flame. Hopefully it will get hot. Steam will come out. And as this spins, steam's going to come out the side of the UFO. Sounds like one of these science class. That's the hypothesis. The equipment I need is 2 Allen keys and loads of this. And then we'll come to the conclusion afterwards. I've put a little bit more water than I need in here, just in case there is a small fire. If there's a big fire, Mrs. World of Wayne, probably best you have a hose pipe on standby, because, like, you know, I'm in a wooden shed. We're full to the brim of lacquer paints and isopropyl alcohol. It could be quite toasty. So the first thing we want to do, I'm just going to move all of this out the way here, is we've got this part here that looks like that. Now, in the instructions, it's telling us to piece all of these parts together. There's a little O-ring behind this section here as well. But we don't have to do that because, as you see, they've actually done it all for us here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be putting these in either side of this section here like that. Now, it's going to get tricky because what we've got these screws here, which have got to go in these 4 holes, but bit like doing the mechanical octopus, we've got to put a lifter in between them, which looks like that. So I'll get this through one side. This is going to be hard. Then I'm going to put the lifter on. Ah, can I do it like that? Oh, I might be able to. See if we can get away doing that. And then put the bolts on afterwards. That could be a clever way to do it. There we go, as a top tip. Let's put that one through. That's 2. Another one here. Put the 4th one in. There we go, so we've got 4 screws in the holes there. Put the lifters over the screws. There we go, so they're in place. And then we're just going to put this top section over the top. Just like that. Yeah. You can see my problem now, that those things aren't going all the way through. Oh, it looked like a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't think it was. Can I lift this? Hang on a second. There's got to be a way I can use this. If I put my scalpel under there, just lift it enough. There we go. So I can put a nut on. This might still work. Oh, look at that. Come on. Tighten up. Oh, it did. Look. Yay. It only has to be on loose, just loose enough so I can get the nut on, and I'll tighten them up later. Wow. Improvising on stream. That's 2. Did a 3rd one. Oh, it's fiddly. Favourite word, that needs to be on a t-shirt as well. Okay, here's the next one. Perfect. And then finally, we've got the last one. And then they're all in place. I don't think, yep, I don't need to attach them to anything. Cool. Just get this on gently. So we've done that. Let's tighten this up. I don't think anything's going to fall out now. But I do want this to be as tight as I can get it. Because this is kind of like, because you've got an O-ring in here, it's going to hopefully stop steam coming out the top. And I think that's a safety thing, because you don't want to be looking over the top and then steam blasting you in the face. The steam is meant to be coming out around the UFO here, around the sides. So, almost all in. It's looking good. And we are good there. Now, the next thing that's going in, let me think about this, is we've got the base. And we want the base which hasn't got the hole in it. We want this base here. No, I'm lying to you. We want the base that has got the hole in it. Because this is just going to go on here like that. And unfortunately, I've got to ignore the instructions because the instructions are wrong. I need to then cap it off with this section here. So that this side is facing down. And this, I haven't got any O-rings or stuff for this section here. But that's going to hold this into place. So I need to keep hold of the top till that's nice and tight. I can't get that tighter, but as you can see, free to spin like a UFO. That's all cool. Okay, so we got that far. That's a good sign. Right, we're going to start piecing the whole UFO section together now, which means I need a top panel, which is going on the top here. This panel is probably the most important part of the whole build because we've got some vent holes here for the steam. As you can see, we need to make sure that they're facing upwards. So when we put this on, that's going to go on here, underneath. Then we're going to be putting the bottom section on there. And then finally, the ring there. Now we've got plenty of screws to put in here. I think the first thing to do though is get one lined up and then they should all slot in. That one. Now obviously if the steam builds up too much, this thing's going to be like a bomb. So that's why they provide this. And this is a valve. So if the pressure gets too much, as you see, it will release the pressure. So you haven't got to worry about safety. So just for now, I'm going to put that in the top, just so I know where it is. Okay, we've done that. What we're going to do now, this is the base for it. No idea what this says, but who knows. We're going to be putting some sticky pads just at the bottom so we don't scratch anything. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Excellent. Then we're going to be putting this rod into place. So at the bottom, let me get this right, we're going to have this going onto this sort of brace here, which is going to go on there like that, and it's held in from the other side with this washer and this longer screw. So let's get this in just like this. Oops, this one over the top. You see what I mean about how quick it's going together now? And then tighten this up. Excellent. And while I'm turning that, let's just turn this at the bottom so that's tight. Excellent. Then we're going to be mounting this with this sort of spindle going between it here. onto the top, and then once again screw just through the top here and screw that down all the way. Come on, there you go. Right, I'm going to make sure that's tight because I don't want that moving, but I do want it central. Excellent. And as you can see, that's free to turn, and we are pretty much ready to go. So what we've got here, this is the burner. Now in the burner you can see we've got a magnet. The reason there's a magnet in there, we drop it in, is because this base is metal, so it will stick to that. What I do need to do is poke through the fuse. Let me use my screwdriver for that. Get that all the way in there. There we go. So it comes out the top. You don't need a lot. That should be ample. The rest of it is going to be at the bottom, which means I now need to fill this up. This is where things are getting fun now, isn't it? Okay, so let's put some isopropyl alcohol in here. Stand by. I don't know how much. Let's put that much in. Obviously a lot of this is going to get soaked up in here, but we'll do that. I'm just going to prime the top with a little bit like that. So we're almost ready to go, and that's now on the bottom there. I'm very nervous. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to be putting some water in it. Now they recommend 10 mils of water. So open the valve, and they've gave me a syringe which can hold 5 mils. So that's 5 mil. And here we go. This is 10 mil. I'm not putting any more in. Put the valve back on. Make sure that's nice and tight, because we don't want the heat escaping through the top unless it's built up too much pressure. And we're ready to light. Okay, I'm just tidying everything up, making sure that the isopropyl alcohol is completely out of the way. Well, I'm going to light this then. It's lit, so that's a good sign. Let's turn that off. As you can see, if I put it closer to the camera, you get the idea. It's quite a big big flame there. I can hear the water bubbling out in the inside. Here we go. Check that out. Oh wow, how cool is that? That's brilliant. I'm so fascinated by some of this stuff. It works! It works! Can you hear the noise that's making? Hang on. It's going really fast. Oh, wow. Obviously, when the steam's run out, it won't do anything. I did a thing. I did science. And there you go. That's exactly what it looks like. So once again, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put the link in the video description. You can get this and build yourself a steam-powered UFO. Anyway, I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.